glazing, and so if we come round, so has the arrowhead window, the one that faces forward, that's got glazing as well. We're looking at negatives now, are we? I think we are. We've done the good things. Good motor, really sturdy motor. 3-pole, but that doesn't matter because that's compensated by having a huge brass flywheel, which really does promote even running. We've got the corridor.
Yeah, but 3-pole is perfect for a high-speed engine. You know, you want the bigger voltage over a longer period of time rather than smaller voltage over less period of time in the revolutions. So the 3-pole motor is perfectly fine. You're wrong, Barry. You're wrong again.
Corridor tender, which I always love. If I have a choice between the all plain tender or the corridor, I think the corridor tender always adds that extra bit of excitement for you to look at. Right, let's look at what I perceive to maybe be negatives. One of them I've cured, so we'll come back to that. The negatives on this loco, and I don't know why they didn't do it. Why didn't they just do the shading for the gold letters? It wouldn't have cost.
Because they've made a different version of it, Barry. They're allowed to make a new version of it in 2022, 23. They don't all have to be like the original because every manufacturer of toy trains needs to have a different version of the train. It's not the original train. They're allowed to have no shading on the numbers and the letters. You're buying Hornby, you're not buying the original train. If you buy Bachmann, they can do something different to the numbers in 2023. They can paint the whole thing purple if they feel like. Hornby can paint the whole thing bright red if they feel like it. You have to accept it, Barry. You have to stop whinging, you have to stop complaining, because you're wrong.
More, it wouldn't have sort of hampered production.
You don't understand manufacturing, Barry.
Correct. But if
So
you're
shut your
loco
mouth, stop talking
layout,
shit to the public,
I don't
Barry.
think that distracts from that at all. And the other one is obviously the LNER that's on the tender. I do apologise about this brilliant sunlight. Not a lot I can do. I've got a blind.
Well, you can put a mirror and reflect the sunlight back onto the train instead of showing a dark train.
The tender again is gold.
Put some proper lighting onto the train, reflect the light with a couple of small mirrors.
And the biggest negative of all, which doesn't pick up on the tender.
Which is not.
Now, I think that is a.
No, you're totally ludicrous. These letters are allowed to be just yellow. They don't need an edging. They can have a different version of the train, of the locomotive. Yeah, every manufacturer gets to produce a different version. They might have a conflict with another manufacturer that has the outline lettering. So now this is perfectly acceptable and you are totally unreasonable, Barry. Stop whinging. Shut up, whinger.
Oversight on the part of Hornby.
No, and, the oversight is you.
As you know, I'm quite keen in hot wiring
you're full of
my
rubbish.
And I got
again this you want the tender to be pushing the train. Well, there's obviously a conflict with some other model that there's a reason why they're not doing it. It's because it would be exactly the same as another model, and then you could pinch the tender and put it on another model and pretend that you've got that other model. So no, this product is supposed to be what it is because it's exclusive. So it's engine driven and not tender driven. You're creating all of this rubbish, Barry, that's not a problem. You're the problem, Barry, and you need to stop attacking Hornby. Go attack something else, Barry, but leave Hornby alone. I think you've done enough complaining to Hornby.